You know the air is bad when kids start to take notice. That was a fourth grade class from Whittier Elementary learning about the inversion here in our state. And joining us this afternoon is their teacher, Sharon Moore. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. And actually, we've got her fourth grade class in studio right now, and we're going to actually hear them sing this song in just a few minutes. But I have to ask their teacher, how did they come up with the song, and did they come up with the lyrics themselves, and why?
Oh, they did. Well, part of the state core with fourth grade is to understand the environment and how we interact with our environment, as well as weather. And we had 3 days of indoor recess, and I had a couple kids who cannot go outside because of their asthma, and so I had to check the app on my phone to see if quality was good for them. And I said, no, the inversion is bad again. And one of the kids said, oh, what is an inversion anyway? And normally we don't study it until January, and normally we don't have this bad of an inversion in December.
Right, yeah, it came early this year.
I put them in their inquiry groups. They started researching it, then they started talking about it, coming up with possible solutions, and they felt like they understood the inversion. And one of my parents walked into the classroom singing, oh, the inversion outside is frightful. So I wrote it on the board, put them back in their groups, and said, hey, you know the song, write a new song about the inversion. So they did.
Oh, so some of your kids actually started to ask you questions. I mean, were they peeking out the window, noticing the bad air and saying, what is this and why is it sticking around so long? So they really were inquisitive about that.
They were very inquisitive. And this particular group of children gets bussed in from all over the city, and so they all have a different perspective. We have kids up in the avenues that say, yeah, well, when I look down, it looks really gross. We have other kids that live out by the airport that say, oh, you should see out where it is where we are. And so they were sharing their own information and their background that they had on it, and then said, hey, we can't go outside. Why can't we go outside? What is it about this that makes it so bad?
Pretty incredible for fourth graders. They're 9 and 10 years old, and again, you said they put these lyrics together, they wrote them, and so we want to go to the kids right now and hear them sing this song. So why don't you guys sing it for us? Let us hear your lyrics.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Oh, the inversion outside is frightful, and clean air would be delightful. This problem is not a joke. Makes us choke, makes us choke, makes us choke. Indoor recess will drive us crazy, while the air is gross and hazy. The inversion is quite a drag. Makes us gag, makes us gag, makes us gag. If we don't start to clean our air, then we'll see people start to get sick. Do not burn, only drive in pairs, or you can ride on transit. It doesn't show signs of improving, and inhalers we are using. We hope that you really care. Clean the air, clean the air, clean the air. Clean the air, show you care, if you dare.
Quite the theatrics there. I mean, when they're saying, we hope that you care, who do you think they're talking about? I mean, are they addressing the state, the local government, lawmakers, you think? What do you think they're hoping to get out of this?
Because we talked about possible solutions on how we can improve our air, and because we as humans interact with our environment, they felt that we needed to be a voice for the citizens of Utah. And so they said, well, we need to talk to the citizens of Utah. What can we do? So
what were some of those solutions that they came up with? I'm interested to know.
One of them was a ginormous fan that would blow all of the air out.
That's brilliant.
It really is.
If only we could come up with a fan like that. That would be awesome.
And then another took off on that and said, well, why don't we just put windmills up, and then we can generate electricity while we blow the air out. Pretty ingenious.
Smart fourth graders.
Another student said, well, let's put some kind of a ventilation system through the mountain and suck it out and kick it out into Wyoming. I don't know if Wyoming would mind. And then,
as long as it's not in Utah is what the kids are saying.
Exactly.
They don't want to deal with it.
Exactly. And then the last child said, whose parents happen to be weathermen or climatologists, they said, well, wait a minute, during the Olympics, didn't we make storms? Didn't we make snow? Why couldn't we just make snow?
Well, Sharon, you know
and
what?
get it
That's
out?
actually Brett's responsibility. He's supposed to make the snow. So I think we should ask him why he
idea.
has been working on that lately. Thank you so much for joining us. It's such a pleasure and so great to have teachers like you in our state. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you.